Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Lazy Entrepreneur. We're your hosts, Sam and Emma Priestley.
Hello.
So Emma, today I want to talk about kind of the morally questionable tactics that people are using these days to make money online.
Oh.
So this is normally the sort of thing I try and stay away from.
Yeah. Controversial.
Well, it's controversial and they scale on immorality from ugh, to that's just plain fraud.
Yeah.
And, you don't want to encourage people to do it, is the thing. And none of this stuff is stuff I do, or have ever done, or would ever consider doing. But it is stuff that other people are doing.
Yeah, I think there's definitely value in talking about it because it shows there is a scale and everyone has where they're comfortable.
Yeah, definitely. And there's the side that, knowledge is power, and that knowing these exist might help you defend yourself against them, either as a consumer on the receiving end, or as someone who knows your competition might be using some of these strategies.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, I sometimes get a lot of my inspiration from the people who are doing the really dodgy stuff. So one of our favourite books was Narconomics, which is a book about the economics behind the drugs trade.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the most creative people in business are the ones who are having to navigate illegal stuff, basically.
Yeah, and it's so funny because I'll bring up points about that book with people, and they'll look at me like I've got two heads.
Yeah.
Like, why am I referencing a drug business when we're talking about business? But yeah, it's really interesting. It's very creative.
Very creative because they've got to navigate business where there's no, you can't fall back on the law.
Yeah.
Where there's so much relationships been building, where you're kind of in a competitive nature, where the cost of messing up is you go to prison.
Yeah.
Or worse, another gang might kill you.
Yeah.
So you've got this kind of evolution where survival of the fittest, where only the fittest survive because the unfit die.
And also, they're just in constant firefighting mode. There's
Yeah.
just always stuff going wrong. There's always problems to fix, which is business.
Yeah. And you've got this case where to the victor goes the spoils. So the one who cracks it and does the best earns an unbelievable amount of money.
Yeah.
The rewards aren't even across everyone in the
No.
field. The one who is best makes way more than anyone else. Cool. So what I'm hoping for this is to outrage you a little bit about some of these strategies that people are using.
Okay.
Hopefully blow your mind a little bit about what is possible that you probably didn't realise.
Yeah, because I would assume I'd know the small scale stuff. I'd have no clue about the bigger stuff.
Yeah, and you might know the first step of all this stuff.
Yeah.
But what you probably don't realise is how far people can push it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of this stuff is what everyone is doing, and they just push it a little bit further and a little bit further and a little bit further until you're really uncomfortable with it. And privacy is a big thing at the moment.
Yes.
And this is going to mess with your mind when it comes to privacy and influence and all that kind of stuff. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through. I've got 10 different things people are doing. And there is a bit of an overlap. So hopefully you're going to have a flow through each of them that sees how they link together.
One question before we start. Do you think the customers have any idea the tactics that these companies are using?
No, not a clue.
Not a clue. Yeah, that's what I'd assume.
Well, I assume once you go through them, you'll realise you've been caught by some of these.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
And you don't realise. Probably because people don't realise
This goes on.
what technology there is
Yeah.
that can be done. And, some of these you might listen to and you might say, oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Well, that's fine. The thing about online businesses, there aren't, it's so new and the technology is so new that people haven't yet worked out what is right and what is wrong. Where does the moral line draw? And I've written, a few blog posts about that, and I've laid down where my line is, and some people have disagreed with that.
Yes.
And that's okay, because we're still kind of working it out, and it's something that should be evolving. So, you might hear this and think that's fine. You might hear this and think, oh, this sounds terrible. So let's get going. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is a tactic called free plus shipping. Have you heard of this?
No.
So you might have seen...
Oh, yeah, no, sorry, I have, yeah.
So you might see particularly offers on Facebook where it will say something like, for a limited time only, we're giving away all our stock for free.
Yeah.
Or, in celebration of our first birthday, we're doing this. Or because of something or other, we're giving away our stuff for free. And what happens is you're saying, oh, that's great. And it'll probably be something like a watch. Something where you don't know the value of it.
Yeah.
Where it could be worth £1,000 or it could be £1. You'll go to the website, you'll add it to your shopping cart. It'll then, ask you to input all your details, your email address, your home address, all that kind of stuff. And then you get to the delivery page and there's £10 shipping added. So free plus shipping. And at this point you're probably thinking, well.
It's more than I expected, but
Well, it's still free.
I'm still getting an item.
And you'll buy it. And what it'll probably be is it'll be a dirt cheap product from China.
Yep.
That will arrive in 2 weeks and will have cost them like £1 or something.
Yep.
And so they'll be making quite a bit of money just from the shipping. So you might say that's a bit dodgy. Like the offer didn't really exist. They're lying about the price it was before. They're saying they were reducing it from £100 to £0.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. A little bit dodgy.
But to me, they're paying £10 for an item.
Yeah.
There is an value exchange there, which I think is fair.
Well, now let's take this to a slightly different level. So, you only saw the shipping charge after you'd already given your email address and home address.
Yes. I did know there was going to be a shipping charge. I just didn't know how much.
You might not have known there was a shipping charge at all.
Oh, okay.
You've just gone to the website, add it to your cart.
Okay.
And so now they've got your email address and they've got your home address. So what you can do with that? You can do lots of stuff. You can put people into complex upselling funnels where you send them a bunch of different emails with the idea that each one leads on to something else and get more and more value out of the person. You can send them snail mail, like spam in the post. Try and do that. You've got their phone number. You can sell their phone number to companies who cold call people. And once you've basically got their home address, and so you can look at that address and see how much the house is worth, and you've got their phone number, you've got their email address. So that, and you've got first and last name. So you've got basically quite a complex profile of that person that is actually worth quite a lot to other marketers.
Yes.
So either they can use it themselves or they can sell it on. But it goes a step beyond that, because on all of these websites are going to be filled with what are known as advertising pixels. So I think you know what pixels are, or we've briefly spoken about before. And basically what websites like Facebook have is they have an advertising pixel that you can put on your website, and it will link your traffic to people's Facebook profiles. So for instance, what I can do with a Facebook pixel is, let's say you come to my website and you're there to buy a bottle of gin.
Yeah.
And you purchase it, you get to the checkout, and then for whatever reason
you change your mind.
You change your mind, you close the page. I can track that using this Facebook pixel, and then on Facebook I can make appear ads in your newsfeed saying stuff like, oh, I saw that you didn't purchase at the end.
Yep.
Come back and finish your purchase. Well, I could do that, except that's against Facebook's terms and conditions. You're not allowed to state where you got the pixel from. So I can still advertise to you with that pixel. I just can't let the user know that we're creepy Big Brother watching you throughout the internet.
So you could sell it to another company that are selling gin, for example.
So you can sell your pixel or rent it out. Is what a lot of people do, is they rent their pixel data to other people. And we're actually going to come on to that a bit later. Or I can just, re-follow you. Like, say you didn't buy it, maybe it was a price thing, so maybe I can offer you a 10% discount if you buy it now. Yeah, that's what I thought
you were going to say, yeah.
But it goes beyond that, because not only can I follow you on Facebook, but I can load my website with pixels from basically every website in the world and follow you everywhere. So I can follow you on Google, I can follow you on basically every social media network, so my adverts are appearing to you in all of those. So you might have arrived from Facebook, but now I've got you in my pixel cage. I can follow you everywhere.
That's terrifying.
And we're going to come on to this as another tactic in a bit, but I can follow you on news sites.
Wow.
So I can write a fake news article that says something like, why what were we selling? Why my bicycle that I'm selling is better than all the competition.
Yeah.
And I've known you've been on my website to look at my bicycle, or I've known whatever, and then I can make appear on reputable news sites that there'll be a little section that'll say something like news from around the web, which is actually just adverts
Yeah.
that I've tracked with my pixel from that advertising platform. There's a few out there, places like Outbrain is one of the big ones, and you'll think it's a news article, but it's not. It's just another advert to try and convert you. Anyway, loads of stuff you can do with that.
Why would the reputable news websites sell that space?
That's a good question.
Because it's so misleading to their customers.
Yeah, well, it's advertising revenue for them.
Yeah.
And we'll come on to advertorials, which is basically what that is, in a bit. Before that, I want to talk about another way that people collect this pixel data, and that is with quizzes and surveys that you see on social media. So when you'll go on there and it'll say something like, which Harry Potter character are you?
Yeah, I love those quizzes.
Yeah. And you click on it.
Yeah.
It might take you to another website
Yeah.
where now they've collected all your data, and the thing is, they've linked it with your Facebook profile, so they know where you live, they know your shopping habits, like Facebook has a profile about you, they know your age, they know loads about you, and they can use that to resell other things or sell that to other people. Or worse, they can target the survey to learn something specific about you.
Wow.
So, politics.
Yeah,
Big
it's
thing.
a big one.
You sent me one the other day. Which party should you vote for?
Yes.
And you answer all these questions, and it gives you, your 60% Conservative, 30% Labour, whatever.
Yeah.
But in answering those questions, it says, how much do you care about immigration? How much
Yes.
do you think immigration is an issue? Strongly agree. Well, now it knows that. It knows that you, linked to this Facebook account, really cares about immigration.
Yeah.
So what I can now do is start feeding you, everywhere you go online, articles about why my opposition party is going to ruin immigration. And I can know exactly what it is you care most about and can target you with whatever that is and just follow you around. And this isn't conspiracy theory. This is out in the open that the people doing it admit to, because it's clever and they talk about it in comments. So what I'll do in the link is I'll give you a link to a lecture given by Dominic Cummings, who was one of the big guys for the Brexit. He ran the Brexit campaign, basically. He goes into all these details, unashamedly bragging about it.
Yeah, how many adverts that the target demographic that they perceived as the kind of swing votes, how many adverts they got in the week before the Brexit vote on the Facebook.
And one of the clever things about this is your opponents can't see what it is you're advertising.
Yeah.
They can't see that you're slagging them off about their immigration policy, because it's only showing to people who think that's a big issue.
Yes.
So you're not going to appear to any of their supporters. So that's the really dark side of it. Maybe not as bad. So I saw one the other day on BuzzFeed. You've heard of BuzzFeed? They had a quiz there. Can we guess your favourite colour by your shopping taste? And so it had a big page, and it was like, which handbag? And it had 6 different handbags, and you pick one. Which gown, blah, 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 blah. You go through it all, and then it gives you a random colour at the end. Now, what they're doing is companies like ASOS will go to them and say, we want to test all these images and find out which are most popular. And so they'll plug it into this survey and then tell ASOS which image was the most popular and use that as their cover image for whatever the product is they're selling.
Yeah, it's consumer research. Yeah, I think that's quite cool.
It's clever, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's also a bit misleading, because BuzzFeed aren't actually guessing your colour.
No.
They're just generating a random thing and then using your data, using you to solve a
business problem.
A business problem, yeah. Another one is on Google there's that prove you're not a robot.
Yes.
And it's pick all the buses in this picture.
Yeah.
That is you teaching Google AI what a bus looks like by getting those humans to identify buses for them.
I did not know that.
Same with captures. You often get 2 words. The first one is the real test. The second one is you actually translating a book for them. So they'll have scans of libraries worth of books that they're trying to digitise, Well, how do you do that? You can either pay someone to sit there all day, or you can push it out to everyone in the world that whenever you have to type in a captcha, you're actually translating the book for them.
That's so clever.
That's very clever, isn't it? So we're going to go back a little bit to advertorials. So I was saying that when you go on a news site, you'll often see a collection of news stories from around the web, which you'll think you'll think they're part of that news site, maybe you'll think they're not, but you'll think they're news stories. Well, they're not. They're adverts, and they're paid by someone. Someone's paying them to appear there. Now, there's different companies who place these adverts, and some of them have stronger rules than others. So there's really dodgy ones, which you won't find probably on the news sites you're looking at, and then there's ones that are a bit better, and they'll have a human look through, like, does this look okay, before putting it up. And so on the bad ones, you'll see ones that are just straight up lies. Beyonce reveals her easy money-making technique live on TV that leaves the audience stunned. And you go, oh, that sounds great. And there'll be a picture of Beyonce and the whole crowd's like, oh.
Well, there was a Beyonce one 2 days ago. It was completely fake.
What was it?
Yeah.
And so you go on this and it will have, you click on it and it'll tell you that she's got into cryptocurrency trading and she signed up to this course that cost £100. And so you'll go and click on that.
That's obviously complete rubbish.
It's obviously complete rubbish. But you've got the whole range of that, from ones written by proper journalists that you think are real.
Yeah.
But aren't. And some sites will tell you they're an advert in the small text. Other sites won't. So they're quite hard to track. And they can get really dodgy. And like you might see one that says that, new smartwatch stuns the world and leaves competitors floundering, written by like a journalist.
Yeah.
And it's actually not. It's just an advert done by whatever this new smartwatch is, which is pretty bad, really. And something that's quite hard to defend against as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of the reasons why stuff like my blog suffers a bit, because you look at the URL, samprecy.com, and you don't recognise it, and so therefore you don't trust it, because we're learning not to trust random websites that anyone can build and put stuff on. You're learning you have a few big names that you personally trust. So the next thing I want to talk about was content farms and sponsored post. So those advertorials, so for instance on my blog, maybe once a week or a few times a week, I'll receive an email saying something like, can I write a sponsored post for you? It will be about this casino and blah blah blah, and it'll have 3 links to this casino on there. And you're not allowed to mark it as being an advert, being a sponsored post. And what they're doing, they're just spamming loads of websites around the world to try and, one, for search engine optimization, to try and get more backlinks to their website, but also just to try and convince people that this independent website has written something good about whatever it is they're selling.
Yeah.
So you have the other side of that. You have content farms who all they do is take these sponsored posts and they fill up websites with this kind of stuff, and that's how they make a living. They just
Spam everything.
effectively hoard themselves out to whoever will pay them enough money for a sponsored post and put it up there. And they're meant to be declared as a sponsor, but they're probably registered in some random country with no laws about this sort of stuff.
So they can do
What can you do about it? And what else are they doing? Well, they're going to be filling it with pixels. They're going to be trying to gather your email address. They're going to be doing all sorts of things and probably selling your data. Because why not? Almost impossible to work out who owns the website. So let's talk about selling data quickly. So a lot of websites out there, their sole purpose is what's called lead generation.
Yeah.
Which is a fancy way of basically harvesting your data.
Yeah.
So often what they'll do is you'll have an article where you can read the intro and then it cuts off. You need to sign up to like a free account in order to read it.
Yes.
And then they've got your data and they've got your pixel, and they can rent that pixel out to other people for a decent amount of money, or they can sell the email, all sorts of things. So here's my one little tip about that, is what you can do if you really want to read the article is sign up to a 15-minute email account. So if you just Google 15-minute email account.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that
and
existed.
it'll give you an email address. You just put that in and it'll receive a confirmation email to this fake email address, which you'll never use ever again.
That's really cool.
You don't need to sign up to anything. So that's my one little tip there. So there's content farms. They're filling their website with junk, which isn't worth that much. They probably won't get that much traffic. But Google does really like good quality content on websites, and you can build an authority site to convince people you know a lot about, say, smartphones, with best of guides and things like that. And the way these sites make money is they try and become an authority, which means that Google will send a lot of traffic to them. And then when you choose which one you like, you click on a link and it's an affiliate link, and they'll receive a little kickback from whatever they're selling. That's, fine if the site really is an authority site. But what a lot of people do is they do what's known as a spinning content in order to basically auto-generate these sites. So what you can do is you can find a competitor site, you can steal all their content, you put it through an algorithm, and what the algorithm does is it will look at a sentence, and then it will have a big database of sentences that mean the same thing, and it will just spin it. So every time it sees like certain words it can replace with something else, it will replace it.
Yeah.
So to Google it looks like a completely original piece of work.
Yeah, but it's
even though
completely
a complete copy. And then they'll create basically an identical website, and then they'll use a lot of these kind of black hat SEO tactics and stuff to try and get traffic to it and try and beat the original website.
That's so bad.
Just by basically copying it, spinning the content a little bit so you can't see so that Google doesn't know it's a complete rip-off. A similar thing is they'll find a really good quality site in a different
I was
language
going to say, do they then do it in different languages?
and then translate it.
Yeah.
Google's got better at discovering if you just translate it on a website, so then they'll spin it as well. So they'll translate it and spin it. And there's people out there who make a business just by churning out these and then being really good at some slightly dodgy type of search engine optimization to try and push this to the top of Google, or push it through. Maybe they'll rent out a pixel and start showing this content that they know converts quite well to loads of other people.
So what is the point of that tactic? Because they obviously can't, these websites that they're copying, they couldn't be selling a product or something because they can't also copy the product.
No, so they're often affiliate sites.
Right.
So all they're doing is referring traffic and then receiving a commission, basically.
Yeah,
which is how my website makes money.
Yeah.
I don't have any adverts on there. All I have is affiliate links.
Yeah.
Or basically refer a friend deals. So that I say, I am using this product, I really recommend it. Click this link, we'll both receive like a £50 bonus when you sign up.
Yeah.
And people go do that. And so because of that, they don't need to copy your product. Your value is your content, and they can steal the content. And then if they're better at marketing than you are, they can beat you. Which kind of brings me on to industrial espionage. So they might not be good enough just to steal your content and then try and be better than you. They might also try and sabotage you to make your site appear worse on Google.
Wow, that's even worse.
And so there's loads of areas people can sabotage, and so Google will blacklist your website if you use certain dodgy SEO techniques. So they might purposely use a dodgy SEO technique on your website to try and get it blacklisted and delisted from Google.
That's awful. I didn't know you could do that. I thought you had to own the URL, like have access to their website, all that kind of stuff.
So, for instance, Google won't like it if you're buying loads of links.
Yeah.
So what you can do is you can buy links from trash websites to this site.
Wow.
Google will see it's bought loads of links and then delist it. And the thing about this, there's almost no comeback to it. There is a bit of offence, which you could talk about, but you don't know who did it to you.
No.
And there's no way to ever prove that person did it to you. And so we have this, we sell quite a lot on Amazon, right? People can leave bad reviews on your products. They can register fake trademarks in your name, fake patents in different countries, and then use that to try and get your products delisted or removed. On your website, let's say you're selling a service and stuff like that, people will often go on Trustpilot and places like that to see, should I trust you? And they'll go on Trustpilot and just leave loads of really bad reviews. On Google reviews for your business, if you've got 2 coffee shops, I might try and sabotage the other coffee shop by leaving loads of bad reviews on Foursquare, Yelp, Google Maps. On YouTube, you can file fake intellectual property infringement claims on your competitors. It's really bad. Yeah. And again, there's not that much
you could do about it.
There's not that many punishments for the person. Like, let's say I went on your Amazon listing and left 100 bad reviews.
Yeah.
How do you know which competitor it was who did that? You don't. I've probably bought them anonymously from some dodgy website. Which brings me on to something called a social media marketing panel. Do you know what that is?
No.
So how would I, for instance, leave a negative comment on your product or something like that? How would I downvote you on Reddit?
Yeah.
Well, there are panels where they're like dashboards. You put in £10 or whatever, and you'll have loads of options, and there'll be something like buy Instagram likes, buy Instagram followers, negative comments, leave a negative review, a positive review, and they're
So
really
dodgy.
cheap. So you can buy 1,000 followers for 10p or something like that. And there's loads of these panels out there, all kind of automated. You can, in real time, as you're marketing or whatever, you can buy these followers or buy these bad reviews for your competition,
I mean, in terms of followers,
all anonymously.
people are getting a lot more aware now, aren't they? That if there are hundreds of thousands of followers and 2 comments or 100 likes on a post, you know that there's a lot of fake followers going on there.
Yeah, and that is a positive. People are getting a bit better.
Yeah. But they obviously have no idea about the bad reviews.
Yeah, and the opposite to that, the good reviews.
Yeah.
So you can fake hype around you.
Yeah.
Have you said buying likes, stuff like that? But more so on Amazon, you can buy fake reviews on your products. You'll sometimes see a new product's launched and overnight it's got 100 reviews.
Yeah, which is just ludicrous.
Ridiculous. There's a real range of dodginess for that, so you can outright buy reviews. But what a lot of people are doing now is they will, on Facebook, they'll create adverts which say stuff like looking for early testers of our product or whatever, and you say, oh, I sound like the idea of that, and then opens up an automatic chat box, and there'll be some sort of script that it plays, and it basically convinces you to buy the product, and if you leave a good review, they'll then refund you the whole amount via a bank transfer or via PayPal.
So dodgy.
So people are building these quite complex networks of off Amazon or off whatever eBay
Yeah.
to try and convince people to
Go back to eBay or Amazon and leave
Yeah.
reviews. I just wouldn't trust any of that.
yeah.
I think it's so dodgy.
But there's enough people
As a
who would,
customer.
because you're getting a free product out of it.
Yeah.
They see it as a win-win. It kind of brings me on to what can you do about it?
Yeah.
So with industrial espionage, it's very difficult, but the only real way is vigilance. You have a website and you're worried about people buying bad links to your website to try and get delisted. Well, what you can do is you can keep track of every website that lists to yours, and if you see something dodgy happening, you can go into your Google panel and you can disassociate from all of them.
That's a really good tip.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of stuff like that. Same with stuff on Amazon. If you see a lot of bad reviews appearing on your stuff in a short amount of time, you can really hassle them to try and get it removed.
Hassle Amazon. Seller support.
Yeah. And like this stuff, it's not very good,
Yeah.
but you can try your best, and sometimes it'll work. But it's just hard. Same with the fake trademark claims. You know, you can get around that by having your own trademarks in place and
Yes.
just being vigilant about people trying to register stuff in your name. But in more general terms, the only way we're going to solve these problems is by increasing the number of people who leave reviews and feedback on what they're doing. Because the problem is on Amazon, where it's somewhere between 2 and 5% of purchasers leave a review, you only need to pay for 1 or 2 fake reviews to like really damage that product.
Yeah.
And to leave a review, you've got to go and buy the product. So it's costing money to do
Yes.
that. And yes, you can return it and get a refund and all that kind of stuff, but it is quite a bit of hassle. Whereas if, we get up to 50% of people leaving reviews, the cost of leaving enough bad reviews or buying enough good reviews to make an impact in your overall metrics will be much higher.
Yep.
So, that's kind of my
Takeaway.
My takeaway from this is do what you can to leave feedback on the stuff you do.
Yeah.
Leave honest reviews. And those are just 10 I've covered. we haven't even talked about the stuff that are just straight up fraud. But let's quickly go through the 10 again. So you got free plus shipping. We got pixel spam. We got the quizzes and surveys. We got the advertorials. We got content farms and sponsored posts. We got selling data. We got spinning content, spinning other people's content. We've got industrial espionage. We've got faking hype around you, and we've got the social media marketing panels. And that's your depressing talk for the day.
Well, I learned quite a lot.
Yeah, it's quite interesting, isn't it?
I knew like the basics, I think, of most of them.
I think like what you don't really appreciate is how far people can push this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of think, oh, this survey's free, there's probably a reason for that, but how bad can it be? Then you realise, actually, no, now it knows my political thoughts and it can like market to me exactly what I want to hear in order to get me to vote for someone.
I think that's really scary. I think like most people have a basic knowledge of if you're putting your email address or details into something, they're going to use that information to sell you something in the future, or they're going to sell that your information to someone that will sell you something. I think most people get that. But yeah, I didn't know that about the surveys. I love those surveys.
Yeah, loads of people
They're
do
really
them.
fun.
Yeah. Of course you want to know which Harry Potter house you're going to be in.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? But there's a reason for that. And like, people find strategy to go even further. So one of the things the Brexit campaign was doing is they found a way to find out who your friends are. So let's say you fill in a survey saying that you
I think immigration
think
is
a
really
certain way.
important. Yeah.
They can infer from that maybe your close group of friends might think similar, so then they can reach that group of friends.
That's
so
terrifying.
It extrapolates from just the people who filled in the survey to like everyone 1 degree separated
The
from that.
influence circle.
And I think that, well, that has been closed. Like, do you remember you used to be able to go and look at maps of how you link in friends with everyone around you? Back when Facebook first started.
No, I don't. Even though, yeah, I had it when it first started. I don't remember that at all.
And they've got better and better at privacy, but it's still not great. And there's still, like, so all this stuff, you know, is it okay to use pixels? Yeah, probably. You just got to use them responsibly.
Yeah.
As like an online business owner, or is it okay to ask people to leave reviews for you? Like, yeah, of course it is. Of course you want to get feedback from it. It's probably not okay to say we'll only give you a deal if you leave us a 5-star review.
Yeah.
That's a bit dodgy. Like, something that people used to do on Amazon is they send you an email after you bought the product, and it would have on it, did you like the product? Yes, 5-star with a link. It was okay, 3 to 4 stars with a link. I hated it with another link. The top link would take you to leave a review.
Yep.
The middle link would take you to leave a feedback, which is a different type of review that not many people realise exists on Amazon, and is basically completely worthless.
Yeah.
And the final one would be take you to a contact form, so you can contact them. And, you know, Amazon have clamped down on that.
Yeah.
But now people basically do the same thing by sending you a postcard in the post. Or what people used to do, they used to ring you up after you bought the product to try and solicit a review of you.
How terrifying.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, enough of that depressing you for today. Well, thanks for listening. I hope you got some inspiration from that. Maybe it gave you some ideas of stuff you can do that is on the correct side, on the correct ethical side.
Yeah.
Or if not, I hope that it's given you a bit more knowledge about what you need to be wary of that's out there.
And your own privacy as a
and your own
consumer.
privacy. And, you know, when you're next clicking on that survey, what does that mean? What are people going to use with this data?
What are you giving away?
You got to remember, you know, it's not just what that website, you give the website, it's also, it knows you've come from your Facebook profile, which has your date of birth, your age, where you live, all that kind of stuff. So stuff is a lot more interconnected than I think we realise. If you've got any feedback for the podcast, hello@samprecy.com. And yeah, see you next time.
Adios.
Goodbye.